If it is Monday, it is the weekend review of all the actions. I am Christophe Bongo and this is Fut-Afrique channel. Don't forget, before you go, you need to subscribe so that you can follow our content. I am not alone, I am with a fundi of the game and he is looking at his computer to tell us some big story. This week is nothing else, or this Monday is nothing else but a big shock. Certain people are celebrating because Mamelodi Sundowns, El Ali, did not win their games. And just when they wanted to have a perfect weekend, Wydad Casablanca scored in the last minute of the game. So the first question to Mpoza is a very simple one. Mpoza, many people talked about African Football League will kill CAF Champions League. What is your assessment after match day 3 of this tournament?
This is to my good friend John Toto in Kenya. This is for you. African Football League played.
Yeah.
It's a tournament like any other tournament.
Yes.
It's
a
over and
game.
done. It's done.
Gone.
Now the Champions League comes. It's got its own expectations. Teams that one thought that they should be walking away are not walking away with it. I mean, at this moment in Game 3, there's not a single team that's qualified for the second round.
Match day 3 started on Friday the 8th of December. The first game that we played, it was Young African. They were visiting Madema and that game finished with 1-1. The second game that we expected something huge to happen, it was El Ali going to Syria, they lose that. That game finished without a goal.
There's so many components. There's so many components that one would have thought Ali should, but that's why I said to John, because this was a debate that we were having. For the past 3 seasons, Ali has tackled them, kind of bundled themselves out of group stages. They've never been fluid. No. You remember even with Pito?
Yes, two seasons ago actually.
With Pito, it was like
not even win at all after match day 3.
And they just managed to get out of the group stages. Last season, they were praying that Sundowns can. So
do them a favor.
Even now
Sudan,
this season, it's still the same thing. So the ones that are anomaly in terms of how they've
What's
done.
the problem with a team like El Ali when they're traveling in the group stages? Because they change their tune when they come to 2 games, which is a knockout stage.
Look, I think the way that teams set up for group stages is different to knockout stages.
How?
Knockout stages, if I concede 2 here, I've got
It's
to be. There, you can afford a draw.
Yeah, but here is at home. I live at home.
So if I'm going to why must I sweat? Like Pyramid did with Sundowns. Get there, park the bus, whatever they want to do.
Etoile du Sahel, El Hilal, 1-0. And then the Joining Galaxy, who were playing like they are using not human to play football, but against ASEC Mimosa, I don't know why you are laughing though, but against ASEC Mimosa, they got humbled because they were at home and ASEC is the only team in match day 3 to score 3 goals.
Let's go back.
Yes.
And we need to have an honest conversation with this. When the group stages were done, what were your expectations of Joining? Were you expecting them to be the group winners? No, I expected them to show something when they did beat Orlando Pirates. Yes. You expected some resistance.
I expect them to enjoy the CAF Champions League.
Yes.
I think that's what they are doing. Basically. They're just enjoying it. And by enjoying it, they're producing results.
And Coach Moran has got a team that is not used to this environment, and you've got to do the best with what you have. If you go somewhere, you get a draw, super. If you get a win like they did in Casablanca.
At home, you come from Casablanca, you play Wydad Casablanca, you beat them away from home.
Okay, but let's.
You come home, I am expecting you to get 3 points.
But you see, that's where I think, Chris, then the problem comes.
Yeah.
They beat Casablanca how? They beat Wydad how?
No, they beat them, they scored more goals than Wydad. That's the bottom.
So the state says they had 2 shots at goal,
but they scored more goals than Wydad. But at home, I expected them to show some flame against ASEC. ASEC looks like a revival team. I don't know if it is just a group stages. When they will go to a knockout stage, they're going to go down. But anyway, we move on.
But remember, Chris, how you then start to build what you would call in basketball, they'd call a dynasty or a revival of a football club. It doesn't happen in one season.
No.
So for the like of ASEC and for the likes of Mazembe and for the like of Esperance is to say, we've got a 3-4 year plan. First year, get into the group stages. If you get out, super.
That's good.
But second year, you're starting to now be. I'm not expecting them. I'm not expecting them now to be able to say.
So for them, they have to go there like most African coaches say, go and enjoy themselves.
Yes.
Okay. Nodibu, TP Mazembe. TP Mazembe at home.
No, Group A, we want the refund. There was no goals in that whole group. Nobody scored. The 0-0. No, Chris. You can't an entire group. No.
But it just happened. Those in the group A, nobody paid ticket to go and watch the game. Maybe that's the reason. There is no refund.
No, but here's my thing. You then look. You say 0-0 in Mauritania, 0-0 in Pretoria. You go, oh no, this group. Whatever the other game does, the other one must do.
TP Mazembe at home. Against the powerhouse of Africa at the moment, regardless of your feeling is, Mamelodi Sundowns is a powerhouse of African football. Reaching semi-final of CAF Champions League back-to-back is not easy. But they produced nothing. I watched the game.
It was like pulling teeth.
I watched that game. And you keep on watching the game. I don't know, there's another game that I was watching at the same time. And I'm watching TP Mazembe here. I'm saying nothing.
For me,
it's going to happen, but nothing.
But you see, here's my thing. Have they built enough? They beat Sundowns, yes, and they beat them fairly. Was it based on the way that they play? Is there a rhythm that they crossed the?
Yes, they did. So, against Mamelodi Sundowns, probably because Mamelodi Sundowns is an organized team. They play wide, cross the ball inside. They use their speed. They use the humidity that is in Lubumbashi and Kinshasa.
I must tell you what a good friend of mine said, and he's a man of wisdom. He said, when you're an organized team and you're playing against an unorganized team, it's the worst thing ever. Because you have to put the tempo, you have to be the one that puts the attack.
And you have to predict.
So
it's not like you can anticipate.
And I know
you have to predict.
And I know we go into the Sundowns game, but what you've got is that you're now go look at who had the most touches in the Sundowns team. The centre backs and the goalkeeper had more touches than anybody else.
Why that? You give them the accolade. They could not lose.
They needed that.
They needed to win this game. They got a 1-0 against Sim. It was not an easy game.
Even I mean, when you're now starting to watch away that, and this is the thing about North African teams and their supporters, it's a love-hate relationship. I mean, their supporters were now saying some nasty things to their own players and singing songs that you were like.
So I don't want you to forget. I want to go back there. Okay, finally the last two games, Tunis and Petro Luanda 0-0, Mamelodi Sundowns Pyramid 0-0. But there is a tweak here, a twist, which it makes me question you. Mamelodi Sundowns finished with 11 men, whereby you have the opposition Pyramid spinning with 10 men. How come Mamelodi Sundowns can't beat a team that's finished with a red card?
Red card what time? No, if a red card come 80 minutes plus, all you got to do is, it's not like they got the red card in the 5th minute and they had to play 85 minutes without. They got a red card in the dying moments of the game. So for me, and I always say this, it may be consumed as parking the bus, it may be called low block, it may be negative.
No, it is defensive minded.
But it is being defensive minded, yes. But it's a tactic. We coming here, we know we're playing against Sundowns as Pyramid. Why must we go pound for pound with them? Because that's what they want. Let them have the ball. If we catch them because they could have won on a counter a couple of times.
So we get in a situation where everything is finished. I'm looking now at tables so that people must understand. After match day 3, there is no team that qualifies for the second round. But there are teams that got advantage. You have Petro Luanda got 7 points. You have ASEC Mimosa got 7 points in their respective group, which is B and C.
Yes.
So let's go to Group A. Every single team have 4 points. People keep forgetting in Africa we don't go about goal difference. It is head-to-head. Yes. So when you look at this group, what teams need to do for them to go through? I said it is your home match.
Yes.
And if it is your home match, which means if you go to Lubumbashi, it's going to be black and white field.
Pause, Chris. And the way the teams cancel each other out is also funny. Sundowns beat, you look at Mazembe beat Sundowns. Mazembe went and lost in Pyramid. So everybody in
Madibu lost against Pyramid, but they managed to beat
so everybody can say there's nobody who has any. I think the only advantage at the moment is Sundowns because of the goals scored.
No, only in the table. Because when you look at them, the way they are, based on CAF, Mazembe is above Sundowns. Yes. Because Mazembe beat Sundowns.
Yes. So, but Sundowns is above Madibu because they won.
Yeah. Yes.
No, man. So you can't write that. That's a script.
No,
you
this is a
write.
beautiful script. But this is where we go back to what we've been talking about, South African football fan. When match day 4, when you travel, guarantee you will be told you're a visitor. You will feel it. You might not even get a ground to train, or you won't even get access to the field.
Yes.
Before you play.
At this stage, I can already see those tactics will start.
Let's be biased. What Mamelodi Sundowns supporters need to understand here.
What you've got to understand, one, this is the Champions League. So you're playing against champions in their country, or the top 2 in their country. So you're not playing against people that it's a walkover. The competition is tougher, and you need to be able to understand that the dynamics are very different. Yes, in South Africa, Sundowns has walked the league for the last 6, even during Coach Pito's time. But now you're saying, now you're playing against champions in other countries. When you go play against Mazembe, understand what the atmosphere inside Lubumbashi is. It's hostile, the crowd is against you, the turf is against you because it's not a natural turf.
Are you telling Mamelodi Sundowns, match day 4, if we get something away from home, we should celebrate? Correct?
Yes.
But when they come here, what should they do?
So, as supporters,
yes,
when another team comes here,
that is maybe match day 5.
When Mazembe comes here.
When Mazembe comes here, what they should.
So let me put it this way: all Sundown supporters, we are playing Pirates because Mazembe is black and white. So what you want to be able to do, go out in your numbers, make the TP Mazembe team feel like the away team that they are, make them feel hostility, and make sure that you're supporting your team, you are singing and you're supporting your team 100%.
In this group, who's going to?
Group A.
Group A, who's going to?
At the moment, it's...
No, not at the moment. At the end. I want to see the end.
At the end, I say Sundowns and Mazembe.
Sundowns and Mazembe, which means you did not change your prediction from day 1.
Yes.
Group B, ASEC Mimosa joining Galaxy are leading. Wydad Casablanca and Simba are in the bottom. But the point here is anything can happen. ASEC just need a draw in the next game. They get that draw, they are through. Who do you see going in this group?
Wydad and ASEC. I think ASEC will win the group and Wydad will
go. Still give Wydad that chance?
Yes.
Okay, Petro Atletico, or Pedro de Luanda, Tunis, and El Hilal, and Etoile du Sahel. So you have
Pedro
on top of 7 points.
Yes.
It's almost identical as Group B. What do you see here?
I see Pedro going along with ES Tunis Esperance. I think they will.
Esperance is going to go through.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like El Hilal, Sudan might just found that they've got a team in the knockout stage here.
I think they've done well, but it's going to be, because what it's boiling down to, it's who has got the big match temperament where we're going, because now there's pressure. Remember we spoke about pressure of the table, pressure.
The last 2 games
are about pressure, because
El Ali just comes in the last 2 games.
Yeah. So what you've got now, you've got a team like under Coach Rulani, who's a technocrat. He will feed the Sundowns players all the information.
Too much info sometimes is not good.
So you need to win. This is the scoreline, because if you remember, even in the AFL, They were saying 3-0. You need to go for 3-0. So you've got teams like the Esperance who will be full of information, know what you need to do, and the players that will be able to
Group D.
Yes.
Where are you going with? CL Belouizdad in the second position with 4 points, with Medina then the same point. Young African, I can tell they will stay behind. They are not going
No,
anywhere.
Young Africans.
Do you think Ali is going to make it to the knockout stage?
Yeah, I think Ali will make it through to the group stage.
Okay.
My good friend there at Young Africans, Skudu, he's not going to progress to the next round.
Listen, it was very fast. It was good. But what is your big taking point out of match day 3, if you can say? Mine is Group A, all the teams in the same point, everybody beat everybody, everybody drew against
Group
everybody.
A is like this,
everybody
Chris.
lost. So,
Chris, Group A is like this. You don't need white overalls. You come with white overalls, you're going to be in the mud.
Wow.
Because this is mud, proper mud.
Thank you very much for watching this posters with us, because we continue our weekend review. Now we will go to the PSL. What a weekend for Soweto teams.